Hello. Hi. Hold on. I'm trying to find my own video on my phone. There it is, on my homepage. Cool. Okay. Hi. Oh no, I didn't close the. This. Oh, sorry. You just have to see my OBS now. Okay. Hello. I'm here. I'm sitting on my cable. Yeah. Don't sit on your cables when you're trying to plug those cables in. Makes it really hard to plug in those cables. How's everyone doing? How are we enjoying life? How's the volume? How's the volume of this stuff? Alright. Shop and fish. I don't know how the volume is, frankly, because I don't have my stream playing for myself. I don't know if that means I'm technically a viewer or not, but I have the stream open so that I can, or like the stream chat open on my phone, on my personal account. Ah! I'm horrible. I'm horrible at this game. I suck. Oh my goodness. We need to play through. I think we need to do one actual playthrough tonight. All the way through, front to back. Ah! Okay, hold on. I think we need to... I'm going too fast. Hold on. I think we need to do an actual playthrough, front to back of all the levels. So that we're actually playing Pemascape and not just, fishing, the fishing minigame. But, counterpoint to myself, I also wanted to finish getting all the shiny fish tonight. Here's what we're at so far. We're missing 3. We're only missing 3, guys. Only 3 fish are missing. And so, I was thinking we could get the last 3 shiny fish. But I also don't know how long we have. Because if I remember correctly, Kaela said she was planning on streaming at 1400, which is 2 p.m., which is in less than an hour. Am I wrong? Did I just, like, schedule a stream for literally while she's trying to set up a stream? Oops. Well. If I did, oh well, I will stop streaming so that she can stream. I would never compete viewership. Okay, I'm done trying this. No, I'm not done trying this. I'm dedicated. I'm determined. I don't want to compete viewership with the person that, like, made this game possible in the first place, so if this stream ends up being, like, literally 20 minutes, like, okay, that's fine. Yep. Whoop. We did it! Yes! Okay, let's go fish. Oh, baby, we love fishing. Yeah, I'm kind of just excited to get those last few fish and complete out the shiny fish decks. I'm sure other people have done it. I'm sure other people have done it and posted about it, and I'm sure they've done it and posted about it while the game was, like, less than a month old. But I don't remember seeing it, so we'll pretend like I... No, you know what? We don't have to pretend like I'm doing something special. It's special to me, you know? If it's special to me, that counts. I still don't know what the purpose of the Dance Dance Revolution is at the end. This. It's like, you don't do it and you still get the fish, right? So it's like, why is that there? I would think, like, oh, you have to get, like, at least 3 in order to catch the fish, otherwise your streak just ends. But, like, look, I can just do nothing. I've still never figured that out. And I don't think Kaela even knows, because she didn't actually, you know, she didn't make the game. She commissioned the game. So, I don't know. Also, again, I don't know when she's streaming, but if she does not start streaming, or like if I'm still streaming essentially before like around midnight my time, I have to stop and do my Duolingo for the day. I didn't really give myself enough time to do that today. So yeah. Wonder how many people play this game with a GameCube controller. I mean, this isn't a literal one. I could get a literal one. I could hook up a literal one and have it like actually function as a whatever, as a controller for this game. That could be fun. But no, it's the Pro controller, the Switch Pro controller that has the GameCube layout. And it's got Pikachu on it because I was a Pichu main and they didn't have a Pichu one. And I was a Pichu main in Smash Ultimate. And then they nerfed Pichu into, like, mid-tier, and I started playing Pikachu. And then I think Pikachu is, like, an upper mid-tier now. I don't know. I was actually a Lucina main. I just really wanted to be a Pikachu main. I like his combos. I like combo characters in fighting games, but, I mean, if you're gonna play a combo character in Smash Ultimate, the, like, combo game... I mean, not the combo game. Like, Melee's the combo game. If you're gonna play a combo character in Smash Ultimate, play somebody like... You know, Sonic, just rush him down, combo him out, and kill him, and then run away if you can't kill him. But I'm not a Smash player. I never got good at it. I don't have good reaction time. I don't have hands. I mean, I do literally have hands, but I don't have, like, you know... That's high elo league slang. Excuse me. That's high elo league slang for, being good, having mechanical skill, having hands is what it is. I know I have no hands, that's why I play Nocturne. Bro has one button you need to press every 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And if you're not pressing it on time, like... Another Pamano! Look at him. He's so cute. I'm gonna sell him. It's gonna be funny. I should probably update the description and actually say that I'm trying to get shinies. Man, this song is good. I wonder if anybody's ever, like, made it into a real song with, like, lyrics. I listen to that song all the time, by the way. Like, I'm not just saying, like, that I loop it, like, on mute, because I do loop it on mute. I try to every night if I remember, but I take melatonin before I go to bed, so, but, like, not before I turn off my phone for the night. So, I have, like, the bad habit of forgetting to do my, like, nightly stuff before I go to bed. Things like that. Excuse me. Replying to texts that I got earlier in the day that I was ignoring, etc. I have a bad habit of putting those off until after I take my melatonin, and so sometimes I literally just, like, fall asleep, or, like, I'm about to fall asleep and forget everything. So, it happens. But because of that, I've occasionally been forgetting to loop Dala, so I apologize to anyone who wanted updates on me looping it. I think I'm still number 2 in the world. There's somebody who's literally, like, non-stop, like, they're at 2,000-3,000 listens or something for the year. Like, I'm never gonna beat them. It's not possible. Like, that's whatever. I don't mind. I also don't really, like, want to make it a competition, but I did think it was interesting that I was, like, number 2 on their stuff. Also, I'm just gonna listen for a second so I can get audio. How are we? That's whatever. I don't mind. I also don't really, like, want to make it a competition, but I did think it was interesting that I was, like, number 2. I think I can turn the game volume up a little bit. Oh yeah, my mouse doesn't work. Let's turn the game volume up just a little bit. And then I'll turn my personal volume down. Okay. Let's listen now. I don't know how else to do on their stuff. Also, I'm just gonna listen for a second so I can get audio. If I can get audio. And then I'll turn my personal volume down. Okay, cool. That sounds good. That sounds right? Just dropped my controller. We're gonna lean back a little bit. Do something. I got the chat. Okay, so check out this setup, right? Chat on my phone, resting on my ankle. I don't know if you can see that. Let's find out if you can see that. Can you see that if I... We're gonna find out here in a second. You kind of can, and kind of is all that matters. So chat, resting on my ankle while I lean back. I'm gonna lean back even further. Oh. And then we'll keep playing. I'm bad at this game. Oh, yeah. Well, that was bad. Okay, here we go. Boom. I wonder if it increases shiny chances, though, so I'm still, like, doing the thing. I just, like, never... I don't know. Well, we can wait for a bit. Boom. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Dude, I'm so bad at this game. I don't know, but, like, I still got a 4-star not fish. Yeah, I don't know what this little DDR does at the end. I really wish somebody would tell me. Like it would help a lot. Right. Hold on. Give me a second, because I did say I was going to do this, or that I wanted to do this. I do want to, like, do this still, so let's just get this done real quick. Yeah. I just unplugged my controller. What do you do? Where is it? I'm trying to find my... There it is. Mouse cord. Because I only have 2 USB ports on the right side of my... Okay. Okay. Let's pull this up. We're gonna do this live because I don't mind people seeing my analytics and stuff. Trying to finish the shinies. And then we are going to get as many shiny fish. No, what? We are going to try and fill the shiny fish. I was gonna say decks. I don't know. We're going to try and fill the shiny fish. Try and get the last remaining shiny fish on stream today. Why? I can't remember. I'm bored. Cool. Alright, let's head back to this. Unplug the mouse again. Replug the Switch controller again. Oh, it needs to be dusted. That's a little sad. Ow. Cool. We get. Wait, hold on. We gotta make this more. Alright. Okay. Let's tilt this down just a little bit. And I'm gonna bring my water over here as well. Get my chat back up. Let's do this. So once again, how we doing, folks? Hello. Hello to whoever joined. Hold on, what's that name? Hey, it's you. Welcome back, Pacific. Long time, no see. You enjoying yourself? We are just fishing again. We're trying to fill out the Pokedex, the shiny Pokedex. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Sorry, language. I ain't no languager out here in these waters. Wait, hold on. We got this. So far, life has been rough. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good to hear. I'm rocking back and forth too much. I gotta, in order to get the look together, I don't know if you can see it down bottom left there, but yeah, we're real fishers now. I've never smoked a day in my life. Welcome back, Anzu. I've never smoked a day in my life. I don't know how people hold shit in their mouth all day, every day. In fact, I think smoking is cringe. Sorry. I'm so bad at this game, dude. I'm so bad at this freaking game. I saw the recent Kaela streams because they're 6 p.m. your time. Yeah. They're kind of at an awkward time sometimes. They're not like bad per se. Also, how's the? Can you hear me? Hold on. So the recent Kaela streams because they're 6 p.m. Oh yeah, we're good. The audio quality is horrible, but you know we're good. Hello, yeah, it's a fishing game. Welcome, Captain Kylo. I see you're turning once again to someone new, someone old. I don't know how old you are. I feel like if you made a bell curve for like the ages of Pomalo, I would be like on the right hand, like I would be above the like Q3, the interquartile range for like Q3, but like not close to the tail. You know what I mean? Like, I think like 25 to like 30 makes up the bulk of like the Q3 to Q4 range, and then like past that you just have like the actual old Pomalo. I think like the average, if I'd have to guess, I think the average for Pomalo is anywhere between like 18-21, just based on like how they act. So I like to think, because this just comes from personal experience. I don't know why I started saying this, right? Because I'm the old, turned into an old, literally, not old as in I'm not a established streamer, but old, literally, guy that I am. But yeah. No, we got the fishing get up today. I got the hat. I'm leaning back in my chair. I got my, I mean, it's a Red Bull. I think fishers, you're like 50-50 on whether a fisherman out in the lakes has an energy drink or a beer on them, and I don't drink alcohol because alcohol is cringe. So I got the energy drink. Boom. Is that perfect or what? No, I was just saying this. I don't know when, what time Kaela's streaming today. I think she said 20... No, sorry, I'm reading somebody else. What am I reading? Why did I say 20? Nobody said 20. I just like hallucinated the word 20. No, I think she said she's streaming at 14 today, at 1400 GMT plus 7. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know. And so I'm thinking to myself, like, if she is, that means she's probably, like, streaming soon, right? Like, 14 is 2 p.m. And right now it's 12:30. So, like, in an hour and a half, right? So if she does start streaming, her collab stream in an hour and a half, obviously I'm done. As soon as I see the tweet here on my phone, like, we're done. We're out of here. But until then, we're just gonna keep fishing. We're trying to fill out the shiny decks, as you can see in the title and description, that I did not make on stream. Gotta stay up and grind. She said 1400 GNT plus 7, assuming nothing goes wrong. Okay, good to know, thanks. No, yeah, so I've gone fishing. I won't say it's like a regular hobby of mine, because there's no lakes around here. I mean, there is a lake. I live in Salt Lake City, but it's a salt lake. So if you're not fishing for inedible crustaceans, like... I need to plug my phone in. If you're not fishing for inedible crustaceans, there's nothing to fish for on the Great Salt Lake. But last time I went fishing was last summer, and we went up... No, maybe the summer before. Definitely summer before, because my foot wasn't broken. We went up to Idaho. Idaho's like a 2-hour drive away. Across the state border, and did some good old fishing. I caught some stuff. I was also like incredibly obese when I did that. Man fishes for salt. I do not fish for salt. That is not true. I reject these allegations. I am not a salt fisherman, and I am not a salty fisherman. I am not a salty gamer. I am just a... Ah. I hate that game. I hate it so much. I am just... No, I'm not salty. I've never been salty a day in my life. I've never been... Salty? I hate that game. I hate the DDR. I hate it so much. I don't hate it. I'm doing a bit. See, the bit is I'm saying that I'm salty when I'm not really salty. Anyway. What are we doing? Not salty enough? Hold on. Damn it! Damn it! Damn it! I hate this game! I hate it! Is that better? Is that better? Okay. I hope that's better. I'll get salty at exactly one type of thing, and it's when I'm in a game with a team, when I'm in a game with a team and the team is not, like, going up to standard. And it's not like I'm blaming my team, because I think that's cringe too. But I will definitely sit there and say, like, okay, dude, come on. Get your... I mean, I won't say it to them. I've turned chat off in every team game that I play. But, which is just League. But, should throw the chair to make it... That's it. Okay, I'm done. I'm not doing that. I thought I was gonna hit these, and they're only connected up here by like 2 screws, and if I hit it, it just kind of breaks them. That could have been really bad. That could have been horrible. Excuse me. Where'd I put my controller? I threw it. I had to reel in the controller like a fishing line. Dude, I'm so bad at this game. What the hell? See? Chair, you okay, dude? Chair's fine. This chair is a premium chair that I got for free from my uncle because it was too big for him. I'm the biggest person in my family by height, and he didn't want it anymore, so he gave it to me. Dragoon's life on the line. The chair's okay. Chair's okay. Don't worry. It's a tank. It's one of the I'm not a shill. I'm not a company shill. It's one of the secret labs. Excuse me. If you actually pay attention to the chair that streamers play, like live streamers, obviously, not VTubers. Woo! Wait, I think that's what I was missing. Yes! All right, guys. 2 more. We need shiny Mola Mola and shiny Tuna. Oh, baby, we're close. I don't know how to, like... I don't know how to set up, like, a poll. Can I set up a poll? I don't know. But, in fact, let's try and find that out. If you guys don't mind, I'm just going to pull up my analytics. Or not my analytics, my YouTube stream page, and we're just going to try and figure it out. Yeah, we're... Sorry, I'm really close to the mic now. It's going to be louder. I don't think Pomalo can be shiny. Everybody I've talked to says that Pomalo can't be shiny. Which is like, yeah, okay. That's fine, I guess. Let's pull this up. Can I make a poll? Yes! Okay. Here we go. We're making a poll on stream. Let's go. What is it? What is it gonna be? Right. Which remaining shiny will I catch first? Tuna. You guys remember the Tuna song? That Polymer made? No, Kyla was, she was playing Dave the Diver, I think? And she was singing about tuna, and they were like, tuna. And every single time I hear tuna, I think about that. Tuna. Mola. And yeah, that's good. Okay, and then we're gonna add a third option. None. Haha, you suck, bro. Alright, start poll. I don't know how to... Okay, there we go. So, poll is up. Poll's online. We got the poll on stream, ready to go. Make sure to cast your votes, ladies and gentlemen. Which shiny fish out of the remaining 2 will I catch next? You got tuna, you got the mola, and you got neither, because frankly, honestly, I didn't want to vote for either myself, so that's my option. Oh, somebody else voted for that. Wow. 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 Somebody voted for you suck. Well, joke's on you. I don't suck. No. My mom says I'm cool. Therefore, and my aunt says I'm cool. Wait. I have proof. I have proof that my aunt says I'm cool. She gave me this. I'm not gonna like show it, but I don't think you can read it from like back here. But she wrote in it. It's a card that she wrote in for Valentine's Day, and she said, "You have a long history." Her words, not mine. You have a long history of being entertaining, unexpectedly thoughtful, and mildly exhausting. I don't know what that third one. I don't know what that third one means, but the first two, those mean cool. If you know English. I don't know English though, and that's the problem. Anyway, let's go back to. Wait, we gotta sell. Boom. Boom. You believe in the tuna? Okay, so it looks like I'm keeping an eye on the poll. It's exactly even right now. Unless you're me. Excuse me. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta. Hold on. I got to take my meds. I don't know English, but I know screaming. Ah! Like that. Yeah. This is the first time I've, like, streamed where I wasn't exhausted. And I have an energy drink. But I've found from experience, I know it doesn't seem like it today, but I've found from experience that I don't, I mean, everybody's affected by energy drinks, but I don't like, they don't affect my brain, or as much as others might. Tuskaru, thank you. Thank you. Oh shit, you reminded me about my meds. Yeah, guys, take your meds. If you have Accutane, take it. If you have melatonin, probably don't take it unless you want to sleep. We got the tuna. Dude, I keep knocking this dude over. Well, that was incredibly fast. I guess we didn't really need a poll, because we're already done. Wow, all right. Show of hands, who pulled tuna? We only got one vote for tuna, I think. I'm pretty sure. It was tuna. You did in fact bet correctly. All right, now, let's do a new poll. Will I get the shiny? Can this stop you? shiny Mola Mola before we have to end the stream. Yes. No. Yes, again. Okay. Alright, guys. New poll. New poll. Make sure to vote. Ow. What you think will happen, because I did not think I would get the tuna that fast. That was, wow. That was incredible. That was certainly something. No, I don't think I'm gonna get the Mola Mola. I am voting no for myself. Feeling optimistic. Good. I'm glad somebody's feeling optimistic, because I think I ran out of luck. Either that or, hear me out, it's unluck, because if I finish the shiny fish decks, then I don't know what I can stream. I don't know, maybe League. Maybe we can just end the stream and go play League. Or maybe Kaela starts streaming. I don't know. Ah. Dude. Okay. But yeah, wow. Anyway, somebody said, Anzu I think said, you saw posts on X where they had a shiny icon on Pomalo. Maybe it's fake. I don't know why they would fake it. I don't know. Frankly, I don't know if it can be. And it's not like this game has a wiki, so I can't just like ask the wiki. Does it have a wiki? Let's find out. Kaelaverse. My goodness. Rating 9 out of 10 on Steam. I can't believe some people have cheated. Have lied. Anybody who says... Okay, hold on. I saw a picture, but it's on the Steam reviews page, so it's really hard to actually find that post. Like, I'm on Google. I see a picture on Google that has the start by Pomalo. So I think you can get shiny Pomalo. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. There is a shiny Pomalo, and we are gonna try and catch him. Okay? That's what we're here to do. We're here to catch all of the shinies, even though blue whales and Pomalos and lobsters and crabs and I think starfish aren't fish, and shrimp definitely as well. And squids. I just noticed a squid. Wow, like half of these aren't fish. I think we need to boycott this game, you know, not buy this game anymore, not spend any more money on this game until they fix the title of the fish collection to say collection of marine animals. And then you have to consider, is a penguin a marine animal? It's a flightless bird, so it is an animal, right? Okay, so like first question. Are seagulls, pelicans, and or like sea ducks, are they marine animals? Because they fish out in the ocean. right? They fish for fish in the ocean. So I would say we probably need to define what a marine animal is first, right? Because like that's sort of like, I don't know if I would agree that like a pelican is a marine animal. I'd say like, no, I think it's a bird that eats fish and knows how to swim. But I wouldn't say like that makes it a marine animal. But let's find out. There's a mola mola, but not a shiny. What defines marine animal? Any creature. Okay, here's the definition according to AI Overview. I'm not Googling this any further than that. Spends most of its life in a saltwater habitat, including ocean, seas, and brackish coastal waters. So I guess if most of your life is spent in the water, you're a marine animal. So, how much of a penguin's life is spent in the ocean? It says about 75% to 80% of their life. Only returning to land for breeding, nesting, and molting. Yeah, of course they think fish, but like, starfish aren't fish, even though they have fish in the name. Or like, more obviously, squids are cephalopods, and whales are cetaceans, and shrimp, lobsters, and crabs are crustaceans. And so I'm thinking to myself, I don't think that means suddenly that a marine animal is always a fish. So I think you can say comfortably and without reservation that a penguin is a marine animal. Yeah, good enough. And so that would mean, out of all the fish that aren't fish here, everything on this list, at least, is a marine animal. And I think that's what's good enough. So now we need to boycott this game. The entire game, front to back. People can't spend money on this game ever again unless they change the title of the fish collection to marine animal collection. That's my take. I will never spend another dime on this game. See, the joke is you can't, like, this game doesn't cost any money, guys. The joke is this game is free. I wouldn't boycott Kaela for the world. Yes, go get the shiny mola. I found out. Okay, hold on. Let's get this. The shiny mola is the last fish that I need, but out of the marine animals, I'm still angry about that. Out of the marine animals in this fish collection, right? We're missing the Pomalo. And I heard from people that you can't get a shiny Pomalo, but I Googled it. I went to Google Images, and in the Google Images, under Steam Reviews, is somebody that got the shiny Pomalo. So I have to trust. Why is the game free? I don't know, man. I would have spent like $30 on this game. I mean, it plays like a free game. I'm not trying to be mean. It does play like a free game with like the amount of mechanics and levels, and it only has like 1 or 2 bosses. And I don't like this roll. This roll kind of does nothing. But I would have spent $30 or more on this game in support of my beloved Oshi. Boom. Boom. Also, I forgot to put my hat back on, guys. I'm not really a hat wearer. Hold on. Where did I put it? I put it on the bed. Right, I put it on the bed because I got upset. But I had... Okay, so... Senate. Hi, Senate. You gotta hear this out. I started off the stream. I'm missing... Turns out now 4 shinies, but I thought 3 shinies. One of them was a blue whale. And one of them was the tuna. And I said... I wanted to finish the shiny collection today, right? Well, I look at... What am I saying? Right. So I set up a poll after I get the blue whale. I'm like, okay, which is the next one that I'm going to get? I'm expecting to be sitting here for another like 10, 15, 20 minutes, maybe an hour, like waiting to get my next shiny, unique shiny, new shiny. But no, I just get the tuna after like a single minute. I get the tuna after literally 1 minute of waiting. So I set up this whole poll for nothing. And so I had to set up another poll. That's the one that you see. Where's the chat? Way over there. Hold on. That way. On most things. Unless you're on mobile, then it's right there. The chat. Unless you have that weird setup, like, thing. On YouTube, whatever. Wherever the chat is, what am I doing? Wherever the chat is, that poll that you see right there, that poll is for the Mola. But now I found out that apparently Pomelo can also be shiny, but I don't know how that works. I have a sneaking suspicion. Don't trust me on this, guys. But I have a sneaking suspicion that the shiny Pomelo is actually an Easter egg for completing the shiny dex. So we're gonna find that out after we catch the Mola, or after we catch the shiny Pomelo. Also, we need to say hi to KU. Hi, KU. Am I in the way? Hi, KU. This looks realistic, right? Does this look real? Does this look like I'm actually, like, waving at him? Hi, KU. Hold on, I have it on my phone. Oh no, I am a little too far over. Hold on. Pat. Pat, KU. Pat, KU. Okay, let's go back to the game. Boom. Boom. Oh. Boom. Boom. No. Boom. Boom. I'm so good at this game. Boom. 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 Boom, 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 boom. Alright. Let's get back into the setup. Whatever. Yes, go get the... Oh. That was bad. Bro! There we go. Whatever. Step out. Don't return before cows. Then see all cows. Absolutely. See you when I see you. Enjoy whatever it is you're doing. What does it say? To shower. Oh. I don't know. I mean, showers are enjoyable, right? People enjoy taking showers. Enjoy your shower. I'm gonna throw this at something. What do I throw it at? No. 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 We don't throw that. Also, that chair is making noise when I pick it up. I thought I stopped that. Hold on. Yeah, whatever. No, I hate messing up my fuck, what am I saying? I hate messing up the combo. This thing. Not that part, not the DDR. Who cares about the DDR? Wait, hold on. Hold on. No, never mind. Okay, I thought for some reason, like, maybe the DDR bar stays between takes. And maybe that's, like, determining something, but no, I think it's just... Wait, hold on, we could try this. What if the DDR bar determines the kind of fish you get next? So let's do nothing. Okay. No. Because this is a 4. Never mind, I don't know, I'm trying to find sense. I thought maybe, like, if you miss them all and the bar is not filled, it's a 2 next, that you get next. And then if you miss some, you get a 3, and if you get, I don't know. Or like a 1 next. And then a 2, and then a 3, and then a 4. I don't know. This game is breaking my brain, guys. I could be fishing in Warcraft. I could be getting money in World of Warcraft by fishing. Have we ever thought about that? I'm spending my time doing this instead of fishing in a game that I've been playing my whole life. Or I could be grinding out for Dragon Defender and old school RuneScape. I just got my Steel Defender. That's not new. I don't care. I could be going for my whatever's after Steel. Anybody know what's after Steel in the old school RuneScape, like armor, weapon types? Because I got my Defender, my Steel Defender. I'm trying to go for the next one before I get Dragon. It's like, I think it's Dragon Adamant something, Mithril. I don't know. I'm not good at RuneScape. I play it because I have friends who play it, and I want to play it with them. But it's a fun game, so, you know, I highly recommend RuneScape to anybody who likes really long, grindy grinds. Or spending real money, I guess. But I'm an Iron Man. That's how you should play, is Iron Man. Boom, boom, oh. Boom. 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 Ugh. Guys, hydrate. Remember to hydrate. Hydration is, in fact, important. It keeps you alive. I've been reading Dune. Listening to Dune. Dune is one of the greatest sci-fi stories of all time. Apparently. I'm halfway through and it's pretty damn good, but, you know, wouldn't say it's one of the greatest yet. It's pretty damn good. But it's made you think, you know, it makes you think about, if you really want to spend, or like what's really important in life, you know? If you're people living on a desert planet where all you got is sand around you, you know, it might be important to think about preserving water, and so water is like omni-important to them. I'm saying this in like the stupidest, like, non-educated way possible. Hold on. So Dune really teaches you the importance of basic human needs and how they, how suddenly the absence of these necessities can be taken for granted by those who have plenty. Or something, I don't know. Anyway, Dune's good. I recommend Dune so far. Dune's been a really good listen. I don't read, I'm dyslexic. But it's been a really good listen so far. It's one of those audiobooks where it's casted, so they have voices for all the characters. Not all the characters, but a lot of the characters. And that's actually the problem. It's not that they don't have enough voices for the different characters. It's that they do, but they're not in every chapter. It's like, out of every 3 chapters, only one of them is fully voice acted with, like, music in the background or whatever, the only consistent voice acting that they have is that they have some like Bene Gesserit lady teaching about like the life and times of Muad'Dib, right? And they like cut to quotes from her. At least that's what it sounds like with the voice acting, because what it is it's cutting to quotes from different like passages on Muad'Dib's life, like written within the world of Dune, or rather the universe that Dune is set in, and they like consistently they play the same little jingle and then like have some lady's voice and then say at the end, from the collected sayings of Muad'Dib by the Princess Irulan or something like that. And to me it's like it sounds like it's a Bene Gesserit lady sometime in the distant future like teaching about the history of Muad'Dib through this sort of, you know, interjection in the actual book. So it's like the quotes being quoted by the Bene Gesserit in the future. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't really matter. But the important part is the rest of the book isn't that consistent with their voice acting. And so I don't get the same voices for the same characters. So, like, Paul has one voice by the guy who's narrating most of the book, but then he has another voice by the guy who's, like, in those 1 out of 3 chapters where they actually do the full voice acting, the guy who does that is a completely different voice. And I don't even know which one I like better, frankly. Because, like, I don't know, they're both good. It's just, they're different. In some cases, they're really bad. Baron Harkonnen, dude, it is impossibly different. Like, one of them does a completely different act. I'm not vocally trained, so I can't do it. But one of them does a completely different accent than the other guy. So it's just like, literally, a third of the time, you have one voice that sounds like a big, large, like, black man doing this, like, and then the other one sounds like a very, like, stereotypical, like, English posh noble. I guess when you sound it like that, when I do that voice, they kind of sound similar. But you know what I mean? Like, one of them sounds like an African-American accent, and the other one sounds like a posh Englishman, you know? It's, like, completely different takes. And, like, I don't... In that case, I know that I like the African-American accent one better, but, like, still, it's really weird that they don't just, like, consistently do the voice acting for the rest of it. And I know that they can, because they do for, they're doing this for Harry Potter. And the Harry Potter ones are consistent. They have the voice actors all the way through for every character, every line of dialogue that they say throughout every book, in all 7 books. Well, okay, they're on 4 right now, but throughout all 7 books, they are consistent. But I get it, they're not doing audio dramas, they're doing... Nope, that's not new. I get it, they're not doing audio dramas, they're doing audio books. And it is kind of hard to do voices for audiobooks, because sometimes the quote lines up into the rest of the text, where it's like, and then he said... You know what I mean? So it becomes a little awkward, and... Excuse me. Trying to record that sounds kind of miserable sometimes. But, I mean, obviously they can make it work, because it's literally, and then he said, and you have your voice actor do the voice acting. But, of course, it is kind of funny when you have, like, women characters voiced by the narrator, who's this Englishman man, and then just randomly, in those 1 out of, like, 3 chapters, they're voiced by a woman, like a professional trained voice acting woman. It's just, like, it's kind of jarring, like, going from the normal audiobook fare of just, like, people, like, reading, or a guy reading, and then going to, like, this full voice. I don't know, it's weird. I am so bad at this game, dude. Am I missing anything I can buy? No. I don't need bananas. Wait, what does she say when I talk to her? I don't know, I'm skimming this. It just sounds like a tutorial on what the shop is. Boom. Boom! I haven't talked about, like, Dune itself yet, though, because, like, I'm not done with it yet, and I know it's amazing, but I don't know, I feel like I have to... Nope, I already have that one. I feel like I have to finish a little more of the book before I can say, like, no, for sure, guys, I'm gonna give you an honest review on it. Mamela Yoroshi. Yeah. She's kind of nice. She must have done something right, because she made Kaela, if you think about it. I'm not saying she didn't do other things right. Sorry, that sounds almost like I'm being sarcastic. Well, she must have done at least one thing right. No, I'm saying, like, she's got to be a good person, just based on everything we've heard through Pajunction and yapping streams and post-game yapping and pre-game yapping and stories and whatever else. Sounds like she's got a good family. Treats her with respect and kindness. I like that. Hold on. Tweet on my timeline. Okay, so we have a time frame. Right at midnight my time. Okay, so I will make sure I'm gonna go back to mine. And I'm gonna pin this. I will I can't redirect to her, guys. Remember that? Remember that that's not possible for us. But I said, but. That's funny. What am I doing? I'm trying to find my mouse cord. Okay. I have my mouse cord. Now I'm trying to plug it in. Completely blind. Okay. Ella will be streaming at noon. I will... Or not noon. Today. I will make sure to end my stream at 15 minutes before. Yeah, I think that's it. And I pin it. Boom. Okay. And then I will tweet that as well because I don't want to be mean. I will be making... No. Make sure to end this stream before her stream starts. Prey hands. Hammer emoji. Post. Okay. Okay, should be sent. Okay. Should be good. Alright, and then I need to alarm, quick alarm. It's 20, so 30, 45. Okay, so 25 minutes. Cool. And then I will just quickly, after that, move over. Cool, 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 cool. All right, back to this. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Ah! Boom, 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 boom. We love this game. I actually do love this game. I love everything about it. The fact that it's free, the fact that it's a celebration of Pamalo, a celebration of Kaela. I don't think, though, it's one of the greatest games of all time, because I think the greatest game of all time is World of Warcraft, and that will never change because I am biased. Sorry, Warcraft's been there for 21 years. There are Pamalo. There are living, breathing Pamalo, younger than my favorite game of all time, and that will continue to be true going into the future. I was talking to my coworkers at work about World of Warcraft, and they're like, "Oh, did you see that South Park episode?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know the one." And they said, "Yeah, when it came out during the pandemic." And I said, "No, unless they made a sequel." She was like, "What do you mean?" And I said, "That episode came out in 2007. She wasn't even alive yet. 2007, the year of our Lord or Addo Domini, or whatever the hell it's called. And she was not yet alive, and she works with me. I find that insane. I have another coworker who was a year old when that episode of South Park came out in 2007, and she is my boss. There are people adult enough to be bosses at delis in grocery stores who are younger than the episode of South Park, Make Love Not Warcraft. Can you believe it? It might have been 2008, and the years might be updated, but still, you know. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was 07. It could have even been 06. Because Warcraft Vanilla was through 06. And they had the Burning Crusade station up at the Best Buy in the episode. I could look it up, but I'm running out of time. I want to catch this shiny mola 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 mola. This shiny mola mola before we're done. You know, I'm literally a drummer and I hate this. I hate this rhythm part. Man, I feel ancient. Yeah. You know, I was saying the other day, I was trying to talk about early internet with people, or like early YouTube, I should say, with people. And they're like, oh, early internet. So you mean like, oh fuck, who do they say? It was like after JonTron and Nostalgia Critic, but before like iDubbbz. That's the kind of era that they were talking about, but I forgot the name of the person that they mentioned. And I'm like, what? No, I mean Smosh, you know? Or Ryan Hika. I mean, guys who were there when the website was founded. I think technically Nostalgia Critic was, but nobody started watching him until a little later. Every once in a while, I'll go back to, like, the really, really old JonTron videos. And, man, I kind of miss that era of the internet. When, like, remember when, like, just gaming was the hobby? Like, you know what I mean? Like, nowadays, I feel like if you ask somebody, like, what their hobbies are, like, video gaming is enough of, like, a normal activity that you'll say what games you play or are playing, right? And if you do game, like, just game as a hobby, you'll usually say, like, I play X, Y, and Z or whatever. But I feel like back in the day, you'd just say, like, I'm a gamer, I love to game, and you didn't say what games unless they were also a gamer. And then you had to explain it to them because gaming wasn't quite a normal enough hobby yet. Or it would be like... I mean, I was literally recently watching a Nostalgia Critic review where he said, wait a second, so like there's a narrator in the movie. And he's like, wait a second, how is the narrator supposed to be the adult version of this kid, but the kid is sending emails? How could he be an adult when the kid is already doing things as high-tech as sending emails? And I looked at the review, or the date of the review, and it was like 2010, 2011 or something. And I looked at... And I realized emailing is like 30, 40 years old. You could easily grow up and be an adult narrator for a kid in a movie sending an email. But that was like a bit. Like, that was the joke of that part of the review. Like, you know, this doesn't make any real-life continuity sense or whatever. That he's sending emails and is also an adult narrating this. Because emails were, like, young enough that it was, like, no more than, what, 20 years? Which, like, okay, yeah, you could still be the grown-up or whatever, but, like, still, that was, like, the bit. That bit doesn't work anymore. I also just, like, frankly miss when people, like, played games without the intent to, like, break them. They just kind of, like, played it for fun. Like, you know that Narissa tweet recently where she's like, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't have access to the internet or GameFAQs or Nintendo magazines or Nintendo Power magazines or whatever. So I just, like, ran around in Hyrule Field and played Pretend. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I did that in Warcraft a lot. Like, even games with goals, like, you were still... It's not, you were, like, nowadays you have to be incentivized to explore. Like, back then, you just, like, have some people be like, yo, did you guys know that if you swim for, like, literally 45 minutes around the northern coast of the Eastern Kingdoms, you get to this, like, small elven tower and hut that are just, like, out in the middle of nowhere with no NPCs there? And it's like, whoa, dude, that's cool. And then people would, like, set up guild meetings there because, like, it was out of the way enough and empty, so you could have little, like, guild roleplay meeting. I mean, I say roleplay, but, like, guild meetings where everybody, like, stood around a character. Or, yeah, talking, like, standing around talking, like, your character was you. It was your avatar. So, like, you know, you would have your guildmaster, like, stand in front and look back at everybody, and, like, if somebody wanted to speak, they would, like, sometimes they'd type into, like, text chat so the bubble went above their head, or they would step forward, or you'd have people standing in literal lines when your character doesn't have any collision, by the way. Your character can just walk through other characters, but no, people would stand in lines, and, like, your character was an online representation of you. You don't really get that much anymore. Nowadays, you just kind of, you know, everybody stands in the main hub. Even in Vanilla Warcraft, everybody just kind of stands in the main hub waiting for a warlock to summon them, and it's just, dude, come on. You used to have those magazine guides for Pokemon. I had, apparently my Game Informer magazine collection is worth, like, a couple $100, and I've read through all of them, and it is so funny to go back through and read the articles for, like, wow, I really love this new game, and it's, like, the worst game you've never heard of. And it'll be like 9 out of 10 on the new Warcraft expansion review, or like 2 out of 10 on the Gears of War game. We don't need another Gears of War. And when they were praising, dude, look at all these realistic graphics in Modern Warfare 2. Like, and nowadays you have people just clamoring, like, please, guys, make games with less realistic graphics. We want art in our games. We don't need the gray, grungy smudge of, like, the early 2010s shooters, you know what I mean? I say gray, it was more like brown. Just everything from shooters from that era and to this day in that genre, like Call of Duty and whatever, just feels like there's, like, dirt and scratches and grunge and mud everywhere. Like, which game from that era looks better? Like, Modern Warfare 2 or TF2? Am I right? And, dude, remember when, like, being on Steam, like, people were Steam fans, they were Valve fans. I mean, yeah, they still kind of are, but, like, they were, like, really big into, like, Steam and the Steam community features and setting up reviews and all that other stuff. And yes, again, some people still are, but, like, just being on Steam was, like, a huge thing back then. And maybe that's just my experience. Like, I was around, like, I guess what I would call early PC gamers a lot. Because a lot of people in my family were. And Steam, like, is still, like, the best, like, gaming, like, PC gaming, I don't want to say platform, but, you know, like, what it is still the best at what it does. And if you ever get a new game, like, 20 times out of 21, it's on Steam, you know? But I just mean, like, the Steam, like, being on Steam was, like, the cool part. And I don't, like, it was a social media before social media. That's really what, like, early internet was. You go to these forums, and it's like, you'll occasionally have people in the Sonic forum just talking about, like, a meetup that they had. It's like, hey, guys, we took this really low-quality pixelated image of the Sonic forum going to Comic-Con, you know, North Los Angeles 2007, and it's just like a bunch of people, like normal people, and they're just taking a picture. There wasn't Facebook yet, or, like, I think MySpace around, but, like, or was around, but, like, they would just post it on the Game Facts because they didn't need to post it on social media. Who's gonna care? They're sharing it to the Sonic forum. And you kind of still get that sometimes. Like, if you go to Smogon, I don't know how it's pronounced. If you go to, like, the Smogon, like, competitive Pokemon forums, like, they still have that kind of, like, air, but obviously they also have social media presences. All of them are on Twitter and Reddit, and I think they have a Facebook group and whatever else, and it's like, I think what happened that was inevitable, that means we can never return to like that kind of nostalgia for the, like, I'm calling it early internet, but like, you know, early social media internet, is there's too much cross-pollination. And that's not a bad thing per se, like it was inevitable for a reason, but like there's too much cross-pollination for us to ever go back. If I'm in a VTuber discussion, it's likely that I'm on Twitter or Facebook or whatever, right? I'm not having this discussion on a website dedicated to VTuber fans, much like there were, you know, forums dedicated to Hatsune Miku fans, right? Or if I'm talking about World of Warcraft, personally, that's all I use Reddit for, is World of Warcraft news. So if I'm talking about World of Warcraft, I'm on Reddit. And who else is on Reddit for just Warcraft? Probably not a lot of people. There's probably a lot of people on Reddit for, I don't know, VTubers, you know? That kind of upsets me. Personally, it personally upsets me. Okay, well, I lost the combo 69, guys. We did it. We got the Kaela number. Good job. Like, it personally upsets me because I feel like that's part of like the like, I don't want to say internet addiction, because obviously it was in some ways even more addictive, but it's like you had a website and a forum on that website, and that's where you went, and that's how you talked about things. And if you were on the Speed Demos archive forums, all you were talking about was speed games, you know, speedrunning games. And if somebody came in and wanted to start talking about fishing, and it wasn't a fishing game, they just wanted to start talking about literally fishing, you'd probably say, oh, okay, that's cool, but what about, like, speedrunning, you know? And that sort of, like, cross-pollination ended up being where, like, everybody's now on Twitter. And that's centralized, and in its own ways, that's really good. But in its other ways, that's like, okay, that's cool, but now if I want to go see my Warcraft news on Reddit, or I want to see my VTuber-related stuff on Twitter, I have to scroll through, you know, For You and whatever Reddit's front page is called, and I have to go into the search bar and specifically look these things up. And suddenly I'm being catered to by an algorithm, and the algorithm's telling me what I want to see, as opposed to me searching for, or just naturally being on the website for, what I want to see. And so now I'm being fed a For You algorithm by Elon Musk himself, who says, I'm sure you really want to see this drama going on in Phase Connect right now. And I'm like, no, I just want to, like, look for, like, Kaela tweets, man. There's my rant for the day. Anybody here expecting me not to rant is... they don't know me very well. I think early internet had again, this era of internet had a charm, and there's no going back to it. Just, like, by nature of what the internet is. Because it's such an interconnected literal web of ideas and people and, like, stuff from all over the world. Like, you don't have these small sub-communities just talking about your favorite game. Now you have a bunch of communities talking about your favorite game on a website that also talks about current politics. It's, yeah. I'm stunned at how horrible I am at this little minigame. I can't believe we got like 3 of the, like, shinies we were looking, or 2 of the shinies we were looking for within like 10 minutes of each other. like 30 minutes of the stream starting, or 45 or whatever, and now we're reaching the end of the stream, and I can't even find the one that's left. It's kind of upsetting. I like the gachon on my head. He's kind of cute. Did I scare people away with my rant? I think I did. I'm sorry. Except I'm not sorry. I'm sitting here smiling. It's my stream. I talk about what I want. But I am sorry if you don't like hearing it. Aloha, Polymer. I was talking about you earlier. I caught the shiny tuna fish. And I was trying to talk about your remix of her... I'm not paying attention. Hold on. Trying to talk about your remix of her singing about tuna. I'm only 2 marine animals away from my fish collection being completed. And yes, we looked it up. We Googled it earlier. Penguins are marine animals. They spend 75 to 80% of their lives in the water, apparently. I did not know that before today. And then I ranted about the internet and how, like, centralizing everything into Twitter means that I'm being fed an algorithm of unrelated stuff when I just, like, want to see Kaela tweets. And how things used to be better back in 2007 before my boss was born. Except it wasn't actually better. I want to add that addendum to my, like, literal 15-minute rant. I don't think things were actually better. I think things were just different, and I think that that's the outlook to have on life. What if Pomalo lived in Gacha? That's a good question. Counterpoint, we have proof on screen right here that Pomalo are larger than Gachon, and in fact, Gachon can live atop the head of the Pomalo without causing him any more brain damage than he already has. Wait, hold on. So, I need to end the stream here in the next 5 or so minutes, because I did want to make sure that we are done before Kaela starts. And that people have time to go do whatever it is that they do before her streams start. But I want to get a screenshot. Nope, can't do that. I want to get a screenshot of the Pomalo standing by that, but I wanted to try and center him in front. I think that works. You know what? I think that looks good. I think that looks good. So let's actually hold on. We're gonna do it over here. Counterpoint. I lived in my mom at some point, but now I'm larger. That's true. Counterpoint. Gachon is not filled with water. Therefore, if a penguin wants to remain a penguin, which is a marine animal, they would have to live inside of ocean water. But we know for a fact that Gachon isn't even filled with water. He's filled with luck. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna unplug. Oh no. Okay, hold on. I think we're fine. I hope this doesn't. Yeah, okay, we're good. Yes! We're gonna take a screenshot of this. There we go. trying to frame it well. There's the alarm saying we have to end the stream. Okay. I can crop it from there if need be. But, that being said, let's get back over to OBS here. Thank you to everybody who joined the stream. I am not sorry. Crazy Fish Collection and Sleeping. Yes, yes. So that's what we're posting as sort of an Otsu tweet. Yeah. Also, I forgot that I had this. I was gonna, like, I kind of hoped somebody would mention this right here. This thing right here. I kind of hoped somebody would mention this. Nobody did. That's, you know, whatever. It's fine. I thought it was funny. I thought it was humorous. I guess it wasn't. I'm only a little upset. All right. I'm gonna move to the new. I know. Sorry, you got to see this stupid infinite screen here because I didn't set up the keybinds for my temporary thing. Thank you. I'm glad somebody found it funny. Thank you. You missed out on when I was laying or picking up my chair and throwing it, but you hit this, so I appreciate that. Sorry you got to deal with like the infinite OBSs on top of each other. I have a second monitor. Why didn't I just put it on my second monitor? Anyway, because I don't have my temporary waiting screen keybound, but it's okay. We're gonna move to my temporary waiting screen. So I went to the wrong waiting screen.